Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gaming with me, Tony Mo, and we are here today, of course, bringing you news from the Frontier, because Respawn just dropped a brand new FNN, plus the trailer for next week, Tuesday's DLC. The DLC, of course, as always, is going to be free for everyone, at least when it comes to the gameplay-focused stuff, and it will be dropping, once again, August 29th. Now, when you actually check out the trailer for this DLC, there's sort of a theme that is carried into a huge chunk of the content that is dropping with what they're calling postcards from the Frontier. We're definitely going to take a look at the gameplay-focused stuff, but I wanted to start by giving Respawn a huge round of applause, massive respect for really doing a bunch of cool community stuff with this DLC. So, to start, Moipera went ahead and made some Titan Toons mini banners they're going to be launching with the DLC. We're going to have Titan Toons banners in Titanfall. How freaking cool is that, man? I'm so excited about it. It's freaking most awesome thing ever. We, of course, finally have the Onyx banner for Iniquity's dog making its way into the game, which is super, super cool. I know a lot of us will be representing that. We've got the Good Boy Onyx banner, which looks fantastic. And on top of that, they also went back and they took a look at Nicole Pay's artwork. She essentially looked at the Titans and tried to figure out what sort of a restaurant or, you know, sort of entertainment business they would work at, and she made this full set. So there's one for Tone, we've got Scorch, Ronin, we've got Legion, and Ion's Laser Club. She just did a fantastic job with them, and they are also going to be included with the full set when the DLC goes live as banners. That's just a huge thank you to the community that has supported and played this game for so long, and I think that's just absolutely fantastic to see them doing that. They, of course, have a huge feature in the FNN for more community corner artwork, as well as a couple montages and some clips, which I think is fantastic. Something they've always been doing, but it's cool to see them actually introducing it into the game and saying, hey, thanks for playing our game, thanks for making cool-ass art, you know, and just a big round of applause to Moipera for everything he's done with Titan Toons. It's grown into a fantastic little series. It went from being, you know, a little witty and funny to being really genuinely witty and funny, and I think really representing the things that we love and sometimes even hate about Titanfall 2 in the best possible way. So, once again, thank you, Respawn. You guys are doing a really great job in closing out the year with Titanfall 2, and I genuinely respect that. Let's get back to the gameplay-focused DLC content that will be dropping in postcards from the Frontier. To start, we have a new live fire map. Unfortunately, yes, it was a live fire map. I figured it was, but I was being positive. I just wanted to, you know, hope that they had the time to make a fully original map. This map is called Uma. It shares the same design aesthetic as Traffic. Fortunately, it looks nothing like Traffic in its shape. It feels more like a combination of maybe deck and even a little bit of stacks thrown in there. You know, we've got some long sort of tight corridors with some balconies, some interior spaces. I mean, overall, I think there's a lot to be explored on this map. They've got some cool artwork and graffiti going on there. I definitely want to check it out. I really just wish that they could have done this same concept in a full-size map. And you know what that got me thinking about? Respawn. Would it be possible for you guys to take live fire maps and throw them into the pilots versus pilots rotation? Would that work? I mean, is that too many players? I think at this point, like, who cares? I think we'd all love that to death because the live fire maps are fantastic. It would be awesome to have them in that more just chaotic formula with pilots versus pilots. You know, don't have forces to play CTF or play live fire. A lot of people don't really care for those modes in public play. You know, let them be a part of the pilots versus pilots rotation. That would expand the amount of maps that we'd see in pilots versus pilots, and I think a lot of us would really like that. Let me know what you guys think. Don't know if it's something they ever do, but again, just an idea that I thought up, and I'd love to hear what you guys think of it. Moving on, we've got the brand new execution for AWOL called Hole in the Wall. Fortunately, and I think Respawn knew what they were doing with this one, you only need to kill 5 pilots while Amped Wall is active in order to unlock this execution. So we don't have to spend 3 weeks dealing with a horde of Amped Walls and Hemlocks and G2s and who knows what else people are going to put behind that AWOL to get those kills. You just have to get 5, and that's definitely a good thing. Now, we're also seeing more maps added to Frontier Defense. That includes Exoplanet, Dry Dock, and Angel City. All 3 of these maps, I'm very excited to see how they play out in Frontier Defense. When you look at their harvesters, they are in pretty good positions, I think, when it comes to the defensive opportunity for the friendlies, of course, for the players against the AI. But these are also relatively small maps with some seriously tight choke points that could go south very, very quickly. I think these are going to be 3 exciting, difficult, and perhaps maybe some of the most well-balanced maps in Frontier Defense. We'll have to see how the cookie crumbles when they make their way in, but they have to be better than War Games and hopefully a lot less easier than something like Blackwater Canal. Now, we're also going to be getting some new Elite War paints. This is definitely something that I figured Respawn would do. Take the opportunity to release some Elite War paints for the rest of the available weapons in the roster. We're getting a few of them. They are, again, $5 a piece or $24.99 for the bundle of 8. This is, once again, limited time only until September 26th. We've got one for the Thunderbolt now, Spitfire. They did one for the Devotion, the one that I pointed out in the trailer. We also see one for the Hemlock called Moki. That looks just pure. That's pure weapon art sex, man. But it doesn't touch the masterwork skin that we have for the Kraber. That sort of old school gold and bronze finish going on there. It looks incredible. And I gotta tell you guys something, I'm probably gonna buy that. I haven't bought any of these Elite weapon skins yet, but the Moki and the masterwork, whew, man, they're winning me over. Good job with those ones for sure. We also get the Purple Fade for the R97. We're also getting a Frontier Patriot for the R201, as well as the Crimson Fury for the Mozambique. All fine and dandy. A great way, I think, for Respawn to get a little bit more cash flow as they close out the year with Titanfall 2. Now, we're also going to be seeing the introduction of some featured modes. They're called Aegis Titan Brawl and Aegis Last Titan Standing. So the same rule set as LTS or as Titan Brawl, but much like Respawn teased when they originally released Frontier Defense, you can play with your Aegis upgraded Titans. This obviously makes things a bit imbalanced, but I don't think Respawn cares, and I don't think you should either. This is definitely in the name of fun. Go into Titan Brawl, take your Scorch with 2 shots, and your Ion with that absurd amount of endless energy and that ridiculously long core, and just have fun. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be staying away from LTS. I wouldn't touch that in Aegis mode with like a 35-foot pole, but Titan Brawl, just pure, utter Aegis-driven chaos. That's going to be so much fun. We can just all kind of uncheck from the whole am I doing well thing and just have a good time. I think Respawn totally gets that, and I love that they decided to do that with the Aegis ranks. That's it, guys. Once again, we got all those awesome, cool call sign banners, including the Onyx banner for Iniquity, all the Titan Tunes mini banners coming to play, as well as the artwork that Nicole Pay did. Respawn, thank you guys so much. You know, it doesn't matter that it wasn't my stuff featured or like this. It's just the fact that you featured anyone's stuff from the community, and that you look at the community the way you do. It is something that we can definitely never fault you for. As much as I look at your balanced decisions and I say, why did you do that? And why is the Volt still trash? And all of the things that have happened since launch, Respawn has always been amazing with their DLC support for the team that they have and the resources they have to work with. And they've always been fantastic when it's come to giving thanks to the community, and Postcards from the Frontier, I think, very much continues that. Let me know everything you guys have to say about Postcards from the Frontier. We'll be playing it next week, Tuesday. I know a lot of you guys who are, I think most of the community at this point is really in love with Frontier Defense still, so I know a lot of you guys are going to be jamming out to that. But let me know what you think of the new map, Uma. Are you excited to get your hands on that AWOL execution? And more importantly, what do you guys think of the idea of Aegis Titan Brawl and Aegis LTS? Let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember to play smart, remember to play to challenge yourself, but most importantly, remember to play for fun.